You have the books, but no time. You want to grow, but your mind is stuck in traffic. And when it's time to speak, you go blank or play small.
That is not failure. That is mental overload. And Smart Speakers Academy was built to fix that. I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach, and I help you master 3 LI skills: smart reading, smart thinking, and smart speaking.
Because confidence is built on competency, and when you read smart, you unlock speed of thoughts to become the smartest person in any room.
Click the link you can see to unlock the smarter version of you. Of course, because when you read smart, you think smart. And when you think smart, you speak like a smart leader. This is your time. Let's build the smarter version of you. This is the Smart World.
How to binge on books like Billionaires. Think, act, and decide faster. Simply put, today's conversation is on how to binge on books. You're welcome to the Smart Reading Short Breaks. I am Leslie Grace. My job is to help you master through smart reading, smart thinking, and of course, smart speaking. Today, we're having an amazing conversation. How do I binge on books like Billionaires? So many professionals have come to realize this truth, that the real billionaires, like the top 1% of the top 1%, all of them are book bingers. They all love to read. And how do you, as a skill as well, how do you begin to binge on books like Billionaires? Because these are billionaires, they are busy. Why? Why are they able to still, how are they able to just do this reading thing, right? You're welcome to the conversation today. I want you to share this live with that friend of yours that you know is a concern for them to actually learn how to read books daily, and they want to learn how to do it. Then share this and let them know that we are live, and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Today you will love this conversation because it will definitely be a source of inspiration for you as well. Why busy professionals read too little, and how to use books as a mental leverage like the ultra successful. Now, here is what we found. We found out that the ultra successful in the world, I'm talking about the 1% of the 1% of the most successful people on the earth, are book bingers. They love to read. Now, the question is, how do we read like them? How are they doing it? How are they fixing it? How are they able to just read every day, all year round? Week after week, they're counting so many books they're reading, and it's just an easy peasy thingy for them. How are they doing it? That is the conversation for today. Please give me a minute. Okay, how are they able to do it? Now, I want to begin with this truth bomb. And if you can see and hear me, let me know in the comment section. Ready, ready, ready. We can see and hear you, and we're ready for the conversation of the day. Now, Elon Musk is one of the top billionaires up there, right? He's one of the richest billionaires there is in the world. And you know the truth, Elon Musk repeatedly reads 2 books a day when he wants to solve a real new problem. 2 books a day. Yes, you heard me right. Elon Musk reads about 2 books a day when he has a long-standing problem he wants to solve. He will just calm down, read 2 books, find the solutions to the problem he wants to solve, and boom, he solves that problem. That is Elon Musk. And I know that most of us know how much. Can you just imagine how much Elon Musk is worth today? How much money he has, how much he's worth, how many billions Elon Musk is worth. I'm sure that most of us can, of course, relate with that, how much he's worth. So I just need to adjust this a little bit more. Okay, I think it's better now. All right, that's Elon Musk. Warren Buffett. It is said that Warren Buffett spends about 80% of his day reading. Hold on. Before you say I'm too busy to do that, most people actually spend 20, 30, 40, 50, 60% of their days doing something else. Social media binging, movie binging, anything. However, this top billionaire like Warren Buffett says he does 80% of his day reading, sometimes up to 6 hours. And guess what? Jeff Bezos credits his best decisions to insights he picked up from books. So it's not just Warren Buffett, it's not just Elon Musk. Jeff Bezos has also come to say, hey, this reading of a thing is a big deal. Here is the truth. Of all of the stories I'm telling you now, it's not just about speed, it's about compounding ideas. Write it down. It's not about speed, it's about compounding ideas. Because you know, dear busy professionals, one insight from a book can save you years of trial and error. Errors that you would have made, mistakes that you have made, and you say, yes, well, if I make the mistakes, I'm going to learn from it. But the truth is, one book, thank you for the compliment, Ivy. One book can actually save you years of trial and error. It can also save you billions in mistakes. So if you're that professional that billions is a thing for you, yeah, you also want to know that books can actually save you billions in mistakes. It can save you years of trial and error. It can save you hours of wasted thinking. One book can just click the box for you, tick the boxes for you. Reading like a billionaire is like planting seeds in a fertile field. You know, we're talking about book Binge like a billionaire, right? Reading like a billionaire is like you planting seeds in a fertile soil. The truth is this: when you do this, when that seed is nurtured, it grows into a tree. It grows into a big tree that bears fruits. That's what it does. But if it's nurtured, it grows into a big tree that bears fruit for years. However, if it is neglected, the seed dies. And the potential that that seed could have carried and would have given life would have just been lost. Just because somebody did not plant the seed when it was meant to. That's what reading is like. According to lots and lots of research that have been done, do you know that reading just 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day can do a lot to your mind, to your brain? It can do a lot. It can improve your whole mental sharpness by percentage of results. I love the way it is said in Proverbs 18 verse 15. And I need you to write it down. An intelligent heart acquires knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeks knowledge. An intelligent heart acquires knowledge, and the ears of the wise seek knowledge. Proverbs 18:15. So the truth is that billionaires don't just read, they extract leverage from ideas. Billionaires don't just read, they extract, write it down. Billionaires don't just read, they extract knowledge from ideas. The ideas that they find in every book. Do you know that every idea you find in any book is leverage? You can actually extract that knowledge. You can actually extract, oh, thank you so much. That's it. Proverbs 18:15. An intelligent mind acquires knowledge, and the ears of the wise seek wisdom. Thank you so much for putting that out there, man. Now, the truth is that billionaires don't just read, they extract knowledge from ideas. And those ideas they get from books can turn to leverage. Leverage that you can use to save yourself years of trial and error. Years of money that could have been wasted, maybe. Just imagine that you finally eventually read the book As a Man Thinketh in His Heart. Do you know you would have saved your life wasted years? As a Man Thinketh is a book by James Allen. Imagine that do you know you would have saved yourself? Because while you'll be thinking that there's somebody somewhere chasing you and it's the reason why you're having one issue or the other, James Allen says in that book, as a man thinketh, as a man thinketh, as a man thinketh. It can save you a whole lot. Today I want to show you how busy professionals can binge like billionaires, even with full schedule. And trust me, if billionaires can actually binge on books with full schedules, no, you're not too busy. You're not too busy. So let's talk about reading as leverage, multiplying your mental power. Reading as leverage, multiplying your mental power. The truth is that most people read passively. But you see what? Billionaires read to gain leverage. So what is their leverage in today's world? faster thinking, better decisions, sharper problem solving. These are the soft skills of this generation. Faster thinking, better decisions, sharper problem solving. So how do you read as a billionaire? Number one, think of each book as a mental investment. Write it down. Think of each book as a mental investment. Let's imagine this. Imagine you have two busy professionals. Both of them have the same skill. However, one of them decides to read strategically. He applies ideas immediately, the ideas come. He begins to work on the ideas. He reads the books. He writes down lessons. He shares insights with his team. The other one just reads casually. And he says, you know what, I'm busy. I don't have the time. He doesn't read. By the end of the year, the one who reads casually, the reading, the book, the ideas has come from his reading, of course, will definitely vanish. But guess what? By the end of the year, just like the year is ending now, and so many professionals have just realized, so 2025 is coming to an end. What did I even do with my life? How did I achieve this? But I bought books I didn't read. And now we are saying, let us plan reading for 2026. You should be here. I'm going to be here every day throughout this year. Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. Saturday at 7 p.m. Even on your holiday time, come on here. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. Come on here to come and learn and plan for 2026 reading. Please don't enter 2026 casually. Don't do that to yourself. You would get into the year, and the end of 2026 will come again, and you cannot count books you've read. You cannot count ideas you got from books that you implemented. So back to these two professionals. The year end came. The first professional has 50 actionable lessons applied. 50. The second one has 0 because he read casually. This other guy has 50 actionable lessons applied. Every idea from any book is a return. And this is how I call it. I call it ROI, return on investment. Return on investment. So the first thing you want to do if you want to binge on books like a billionaire in 2025, as you're planning for 2026, is to begin to think of every book as a mental investment. It's a mental investment. It's a mental investment. Every idea is a return that can compound over time. A manager who reads a book on negotiation, for instance, if he uses one tactic and he closes one deal, guess what? He can 10x the cost of the book that he bought in just one deal. So tell me about it. Isn't that return on investment? Isn't that return on investment? One book that he read on negotiation, or he read the book Influence, and then the way he now does his marketing, his business, everything has changed. It will give him high level of return on investment. I remember one of the books I read when I wanted to begin this journey was the book recommended by my mentor, Coach Wendy Ologie, the book Business Secrets from the Bible by Rabbi Lapin. That book is a masterpiece. I know how much I bought the book, but guess what? Literally everything we're building that book is one of our core foundations. Can I compare what it is that we're getting in financial returns with how much the book is worth? Of course no. Of course no. So the truth is, one single book can 100x, 1000x the cost of the book you buy. One single idea from one book. Reading without application is like buying seeds and never planting them. What will happen is that they will sit on the shelf, no harvest. When people say things like, oh, I really don't understand, I don't know what's happening to my brain, it's like my brain is different from other people's brain. No. Listen, dear busy professional, the difference between you and why I am, in fact, let me scratch that. Why I'm saying that you can binge on books like these billionaires is a sameness between you and these billionaires. And that sameness has to do with neuroplasticity of the human brain, which is the same brain you carry that they carry. And this neuroplasticity has shown that engaging your brain with ideas rewires your brain. Literally rewires it. It literally rewires your brain. It rewires your brain in such a way that you can now begin to do better decision making. But you see, when you do not read, or when you do passive reading, it just gives you minimal retention. And the rewiring of the brain that is capable, owing to the neuroplasticity of the human brain, will be lost. It will be lost. I want to ask you, think about it for a moment. Which book have you read recently that actually improved your results? Which book? Is there a book you can remember that you did recently that have actually affected your results? Are your books investment, or are they just some decor on your shelf? Are your books investment, or are they just some decoration on your shelf? And you say things like, oh, I read book. Listen, you need to start systemizing your idea extraction. So you're reading smarter, not just longer. Reading alone is not enough. The real skill is capturing and applying ideas. So number 2, how to binge on books like a billionaire. I said number 1, read and see any book. Like, think of a book as a mental investment every time you pick it. And number 2, extract and deploy key ideas efficiently. Number 2, explore and deploy key ideas efficiently. Sorry, please. Number 2, extract and deploy key ideas efficiently. Note taking must be done with purpose. Note taking must be done with purpose. Use bullet points if you have to. Use diagrams if you have to. Like I call it, and what we teach in the book Binge, which is an inner circle program at the Smart Speakers Academy, we don't just teach note making or note writing. We actually teach note creation. And when you want to create notes, you can do it with diagrams. You can do it with highlights. You can do it with concept maps. Just find a way to interact with the text. Find a way to have a conversation with the text. Find a way to create from the text. 1 actionable insight per day. You pick it, you apply it immediately. You apply it immediately. So that you can see what that knowledge you just got can do to you. Because small actions compound faster than massive efforts. So apply it, discuss it, debate about it. I think it was the other day I talked about the 7 layers of smart reading. You need to go and catch it. You need to go and catch up with the 7 layers of smart reading. Share ideas with colleagues and mentors. It will help you to reinforce learning and test for clarity. And I said that the 7th layer of smart reading is, of course, legacy. When you begin to actually create legacy with what you've read. So again, like I said, reading is not for reading. Reading is not for reading. It's for creation. It's for creating what it is that can actually be used as legacy for yourself. Take, for instance, a busy professional applied a single productivity method from a book. Within a week, his team input improved by 30%. That's how to read a book. That's how to read a book. Extracting ideas, deploying key ideas efficiently is the second way to read and binge on books like a billionaire. Take for instance, imagine reading the book Atomic Habits. But then you're reading this book and then you're not doing anything. You have learned nothing. You learn about habits. You allow your routines to be affected by what you read. Your routines must change. Because reading is only valuable when ideas touch your life. Reading is only valuable when the ideas you get from that book touch your life. Because ideas are like water. That's what they are. They must flow to nourish. They must not be stagnated. They must flow to nourish. Active recall is a major part of your reading journey. It improves retention by 50 to 80% compared to just passive reading. So the truth is that ideas aren't valuable on the page. They are valuable in action. They are valuable in action. Oh, yes, I love it. I just got the book Atomic Habits. Oh, great, 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 great. See, that's why it's good to be on a live sessions, because you keep hearing book titles from me that can help you solve any problem that you want to actually get to. Look for a book to read in. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Are you just finishing books or applying them? That's one question to ask yourself. Are you just finishing books or applying them? Hey, hi, Choco. So good to have you. Yeah, it's so good to have you. We do not take your time for granted. So when I see you, so long as I know you're on the live, I will call you out, I'll celebrate you because you're worth celebrating. Thank you for joining in again today. Now, when you pick up a book, ask yourself, what idea am I deploying from this book today? This week, I'm currently reading my mentor's book. I want to share with you what happened to me today. Early this morning, this book, Raising the Social Genius by my mentor, Coach Wendy Logie. I was reading this book today. I started it today. And as I was reading, I saw somewhere where she talked about the major soft skills in life. That, of course, the book is about the fact that certificates are no longer sufficient. Certificates, of course, we've always known that. But now, what are the soft skills? So she's talking about adaptability, resilience, communication, cultural intelligence, emotional intelligence, and all whatnot. And she talks about the fact that volunteering, you can volunteer, let your children volunteer, so they learn some of these skills. And then somewhere along the line, she talks about creation. And let your child start creating. And even you, as a professional, you want to start creating. And then she talked about you can create even on social media. You can create by replying to a comment. I now paused and I said, oh, what is the current state of our social media system at the Smart Speakers Academy? Yes, I'm reading for my children. It's a parenting book. But I have come to understand that when you're reading a book, you're not consuming. You're creating. So when you're creating, it's not just even if it's a parenting book, it's not just about your children. It's about you. So when I got to that part about content creation, how content creation can actually make you someone who can position beyond certificate in the market space, position beyond what it is that you say you are doing in the market space. And I saw commenting, I saw making posts, I paused, started reflecting. And I made some notes. And today, interestingly, we had, you're welcome, Chico. Today, interestingly, we had meeting, staff meeting. And as we're having the meeting, I brought this up. So I had to recreate our content system, for instance, from a book that I'm reading on parenting. From a book that I'm reading on parenting. In fact, when I mentioned it, one of my team members said, oh, because that's true. They were wild. I wasn't necessarily reading anything about content creation. And our content system is good enough, in quotes. But I saw something there and I said, oh, there's something we need to adopt now. There's something we need to drop now. There's something we need to recreate now. That's how billionaires read. Extracting ideas. Extracting and deploying key ideas efficiently. Even if I want to deploy these ideas to only my children and my parents, it's good enough, but it's not efficient. Because my kids are less than 4, for instance, now, as I speak, as of today, November 24th, 2025. However, I'm in this space, so I can actually deploy these ideas efficiently by me using them. So when you're reading a book, think like a brain investor. Write it down. Think like a brain investor. Prioritize books that multiply influence. I have come to realize that parenting books multiply influence because they're not just for your children alone. So I read them. I don't just buy them to buy space. I mean, what is the need to buy books that you're not going to read? Don't do that. Number 3, if you want to binge on books like Billionaires, even though you are busy, evaluate books like investments. You said you want to read books and binge on books like Billionaires, right? Evaluate books like investments. See, Billionaires are super selective. They don't binge everything. They target books that accelerate thinking. It was Bill Gates I was listening to a few days ago, and he said, I don't read fiction. Fiction? No. No. So when you are reading, think like a brain investor while reading. Think like a brain investor. Evaluate books like investment. Ensure that you begin to do an ROI on knowledge, a return on investment on knowledge. A return on investment on knowledge. Will this book give me insights I can act on now? That's a question you should ask yourself. This book I'm reading now, will it give me insight that I can act on now? Can I implement a principle immediately? Will this knowledge sharpen my choices? These are questions you should ask yourself. I'll give you an example. Jeff Bezos said he read the book, Remains of the Day. And he said he read that book to understand empathy and subtle leadership. And he said the lessons that are from this book are more than what textbooks can teach. So he got those lessons and he ran. So the truth is that two professionals can read the same book, receive the same advice, but one can go ahead and read another book and add to it. Because the truth is that books multiply output. Books multiply output. The other one professional may read bestsellers for entertainment, but another person can read books for collection of ideas. Seeing a book as an investment, evaluating the book even before they buy as an investment. Your reading portfolio determines your thinking portfolio. Write it down. Your reading portfolio. Oh, hello, James. So good to have you here. So good to have you here, James. Your reading portfolio determines your thinking portfolio. This is how we say it at the Smart Speakers Academy. Smart reading gives you smart thinking. Smart thinking gives you smart speaking. So every day you choose to read, or the day you choose not to read because you think, this reading thing is not for me, I'm too busy, you are joking with your thinking portfolio. Your reading portfolio determines your thinking portfolio. Choose high return on investment books. Read like investors. The way investors choose stocks, that's how you choose books. So this book is expensive. I cannot afford it. Recently I told my team there's a particular set of books. I say we're going to buy those books today. I don't read. I pick books like I'm an investor. That's who I am actually. I'm an investor. So I'm buying books like I'm buying stocks. Harvard did a research and they found out that top performing executives spend an average of 50 to 60 minutes per day reading business relevant materials. Did you get that? Top performing executives, among the top of the top of the top, they spend at least 50 to 60 minutes every day. The same 50 to 60 minutes that the average super busy professional spends on social media. The same 50 to 60 minutes. The top professionals say, no, I'm not going on social media to waste my time. No, I'm going to use it to read business relevant materials. And we cannot compare them to the others. Because they actually beat the average professional's reading strength. So it's just like in the book Binge book, when we say we're doing a book a week, there's something we are chasing. It is the billionaire heights. That's where we are. That's where we are playing from. You know, in the Proverbs that says that the heart of the discerning acquires knowledge. The ears of the wise seek it out. Your reading portfolio determines your thinking portfolio. My question for you today is, are your books building your mental wealth or just filling your time? Today the topic is how to binge your books like a billionaire. That's what we're talking about. So you want to actually, don't just I'm reading books, not just I buy books. Are your books building your mental wealth or they're just feeling your time. And if you know somebody that needs to be hearing this right now, share this live with them. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, tell them to jump on this live already. Don't come for this live alone. You know at least 3 people that are struggling with their reading. Let's let them join. Because of November, December, we're dedicating it to teaching you smart reading. Yes, I'm that confidence coach that teaches you confidence smartness. Through smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. So I take my time to unpack smart reading to busy professionals. Of course, the people I'm called to. Ask yourself this question. Which ideas will pay the highest return in my career? Which books can actually help me on this path? Because my reading portfolio determines my thinking portfolio. Finally, I want to say this to you. Make reading, which is number 4, make reading a high return habit. Don't see it as something I need to do only when I'm on holiday. No. You know, I wrote a guide. I read a book a week in Christmas. That's one of the guides that the professionals who join the book meetings will forget. You get about 11 in one bundle. And inside it, I wrote a particular story of myself. How the first Christmas I ever read a book a week in Christmas, in the heat of Christmas. And I'll be sharing that with every book Binge who jumps in. Oh, by the way, you get the 11 in one bundle, right? And 11 in one bundle contains a lot. It contains that guide, it contains Speed Read Every Day. And Speed Read Every Day is a guide that has about 366 tools, 366 speed reading tools, yeah, that you can use every day, every single day. See, we have the solution. You can't find it anywhere. No, you can't. So the 11 in one bundle is something that, it gets emotional. Like when I look at it, I feel like it's something I wish that every single busy professional should get. So if you're joining the book Binge group, don't also come alone. Tell somebody to join. The 11 in one bundle is this. You can't come back to me in 2026 and say you struggle with reading if you use your 11 in one bundle. It contains everything that you need. And every professional who joins the BBB gets that 11 in one bundle for free. And no, we'll not sell any of the guides outside. No. None of the 11 in one bundle will be sold outside. The team is aware. No, we're not. It's not about sales for us. It's about impact, basically. Okay? So, finally, I said, make reading a high return habit. Daily compounding. Daily. Whether it's Christmas or not, whether it's New Year or not, whether it's holiday or not, daily compounding. 15 to 30 minutes daily. It can compound in a way that you cannot realize. In the morning, you can say, in my mornings, I just do 10 minutes before I start my work. Midday reflection. After lunch, I can do 5 to 10 minutes. Midday reflection. And I can reflect during the midday and I say, okay, how can I apply this now? In the evening, I can take about 2 to 3 ideas before bed to actually encode memory, to actually foster that knowledge is there. Choose books with high return on investment. Choose books with high return on investment. So the truth is, do your reading like you are compounding habits. Because a professional reading one book daily, strategically, guess what? After 1 year, that professional would have done 50 books. And it means that in a minimum, he would have done 30 key lessons applied. Do you know what that would do to that professional's career? Do you know what that would do to his mind? Take it from me, I never became this person until I began reading a book a week. I never knew I could be doing this until I began the journey towards doing a book a week, towards telling myself a day without reading is a wasted day. Short, repetitive sessions of reading improve, it even helps your retention. It increases your retention, it increases your understanding through your reading session. So don't say things like, no, I want to read for 1 hour, I want to read for, if you are a basic professional. If you can do 1 hour, that's absolutely fine. But from where you are, start with 10 minutes, start with 5 minutes. You want to pick up your reading, start small. Most importantly, understand that reading is like compounding interest in a bank. Reading is like compounding interest in a bank. Small deposits consistently create wealth over time. Little deposits here and there can create wealth over time. You do not need more time. What you need is compound reading. Please write it down. There's a difference between compound reading and casual reading. You don't need more time. You need more compound reading. And you need to stop casual reading. Stop casual reading, dear busy professionals. Start compound reading. Ask yourself, where in my day can I extract high leverage ideas from that book I've been carrying in my bag? Where can I find the 10 minutes? Ask yourself, am I binging for growth or am I passing time? We must stop the whole era of casual reading and start practicing compound reading. I want to say to you, dear busy professional, reading is not a hobby. Reading is not a hobby for lazy people. No. Showing you that the greatest of the billionaires, the 1% of the 1%, all binge on books. It's a billionaire habit. Book binging is a billionaire habit. It's mental capital. And it's how to actually expand your capital worth as well. Decide today. You need to decide today. Oh, thank you. I am Chris FOB. Yes, Chris. You need to stop casual reading. You don't need more time. You need compound reading. Thank you, sir. You don't need more time. You need compound reading. Stop casual reading. Start compound reading. All right? There are about 7 C's of compound reading, which I'll be talking about tomorrow. So you want to actually schedule your time now. 1 p.m. tomorrow, I'll be here live by the grace of God to talk about the 7 C's of compound reading. You don't need more time. You need compound reading. You need compound reading. And I'll be explaining compound reading tomorrow. There are about 7 C's of compound reading. And it's the way to stop casual reading. There are about 7 C's of compound reading that I'll be talking about today. Decide today. I want to leave you with this word. Ensure that you decide today. Yes, stop casual reading. Start compound reading. Treat books as leverage, not entertainment. Stop treating books as entertainment. Start treating books like leverage. Capture and apply ideas every day as you read. Choose books that strategically help and maximize your return on investment. Every book you don't apply is a potential loss. So don't lose the books. Don't lose the books. It's like money in an unproductive account. What will you do with the money? Every book you act on becomes some form of mental interest. And it begins to compound for years. It begins to compound for years. Your mental wealth, let me say this. Your mental wealth in 2026 will be built by the books you binge before anyone else starts planning. You start planning now. Because 2026, if you're in any part of the world, you're already hearing the things that are happening everywhere. But you know the confidence that we have. Today I sent book bingers, no, it was yesterday. I sent book bingers the daily. We usually send them weekly check-ins and messages and all of that. And I talked about the fact that with all of the uncertainty that is everywhere in the world, the confidence we have is that he will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are stayed on him. Those whose minds are steadfast. Those whose minds are steadfast. So as 2026 is coming and it's looking like there's some uncertainty, there's some imperfection, you don't know what the year is coming on with, work on your steadfast mind. Because there's an assurance for the person with a steadfast mind that this person will definitely have perfect peace. He, God, will keep you in perfect peace. Are you ready to think, decide, and act as a reader in 2026? Then I'm inviting you to join the Book Bingers group. Use the information you can see on the screen. Come and join a community where you can read a book a week, your book of choice at your time without overwhelm. Come and join a community where you can extract and apply high value ideas. Come and join a community where you can build mental knowledge that compounds year round. Come and join a community where you can actually anchor your identity as a smart, influential professional. Thank you so much for joining me today. Use the information on the screen. You can book your slot with just 20,000 Naira and jump into the Book Bingers booth before the price returns to 250,000 Naira. And yes, we are worth more than that. We are worth more than that. So jump in right now I will see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. We're going to be talking about the 7 C's of compound reading so that you can stop casual reading and start compound reading. Thank you so much for joining me today. It has been amazing having you all here. I will definitely see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. This is the smart world. And if you know that professional who's struggling with reading or who thinks that reading is not for billionaires, share this live with them. Don't let them go anywhere else. Thank you for joining me. Let me see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. This is the smart world.
You have the books, but no time. You want to grow, but your mind is stuck in traffic. And when it's time to speak, you go blank or play small.
That is not filial. That is mental overload. And Smart Speakers Academy was built to fix that. I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach, and I help you master 3 allied skills: smart reading, smart thinking, and smart speaking.
Because confidence is built on competency, and when you read smart, you unlock speed of thoughts to become the smartest person in any room.
Click the link you can see to unlock the smarter version of you. Of course, because when you read smart, you think smart. And when you think smart, you speak like a smart leader. This is your time. Let's build the smarter version of you. This is the smart world.